Hello everyone and welcome on in. It's been such a long time since I've actually done a Q&A live stream, and I was on live yesterday doing collective Reiki as I usually do, doing my mini Reiki sessions as I usually do, and there were so many people who had valuable, juicy questions, and so I was like, you know what, I think it's definitely time for me to hop back on here and do another question and answer. So for those of you who already know me and have been a part of my world, this is your time to ask me any questions it is that you have. I'm going to try to have you guys come on to the live stream. So if anyone knows how to do that, I've been trying to do that a couple times, but I never was able to find like the right button for it. So we'll see if it works today. And if not, then we can just have the questions be on the actual chat itself. But I would prefer if I can hear your guys' voices and really have some more insight behind the questions that it is that you're asking. If those of you are, goodness gracious, it's going to be a long live stream if I keep stuttering like this. If there are any of you who are coming on here who do not know who I am, let me go ahead and introduce myself real quick. My name is Melody Unique. I also go by Mystique Awakening here on the internet. I am an energy healer and a spiritual mentor. I've been doing this for over 4 years. It is my bread, my butter, it is my passion, it is my purpose, and I'm very happy to be here and have this kind of platform to communicate with you guys and honestly just continue to nurture this community that we do have here. I always like to claim that this is the safest space on the internet, and so come on in, grab some snacks, grab a little bit of water or some juice, and enjoy. So things that you can ask me about are up at the top here. So you can ask me about anything regarding manifestations. If you are currently manifesting something specific and it's taken you a long time, or you're feeling like you're struggling in the fact of, oh, you know what, I keep on taking this one action, it's not leading me anywhere, or you know what, I don't know how to believe as if I already have this manifestation. How do I let go of a certain manifestation? We can definitely deep dive and give you guys essentially a little bit of a free coaching so that you can implement what it is that you are hearing and follow the advice and guidance, and then wind up getting more success in your manifestations. I can also talk about energy healing. So whatever it is that you guys are trying to heal within your lives, whether it's something that's health related, wealth related, or relationship related, we can do a deep dive in there as well. For those of you guys who are entrepreneurs or business owners and you're looking to boost your income or expand your influence, or even just grow a sense of fulfillment personally and professionally, we can go over those things as well. And if there's any questions that you have about my services or mentorship programs, then now's the time. So with that being said, who is ready for some Q&As? Go ahead and let me know in the chat, and let's put just a regular smiley face because I have a smiley face mug today. So let's just put a regular smiley face for those of you guys who are excited to hop into this Q&A, and for those of you guys who have questions. So I'm going to go ahead and see. Now, I believe that I do still have my subscription up. For anyone who is a subscriber, you do get like first dibs and priority for me answering your questions. So if you guys are wanting me to answer your questions quicker, then make sure that you are subscribing to my TikTok. I'm going to see, again, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot to make sure that I can like have you guys come onto the actual live stream. And it's not that your face is gonna show. I want it to be like that little square. You guys know what I'm talking about? You see that on other TikTok live streams, right? Where there's a little square and you can like have your voice out and speak and ask questions. So we're gonna see if we can make that happen today. Appa, yes, I am such an avatar girl. That is like my favorite thing. It's my obsession. So yeah, we have Appa here who's gonna guide us today in our questions and answers. Let me see. Okay, so we have high paying job, new job. That is not a question. So let me know if you have a specific question. Marcy, can I pay for to see if my heart chakra is better? Yes. So I am still doing mini Reiki sessions today, but I'm not doing collective Reiki. So there's not going to be a specific intention for the collective. The collective gets to ask me questions, but if you would like for you to have a mini Reiki session, we can definitely make sure that that happens, and you can just of course go up at the top as usual. Marcy, let me go ahead and see if we have any other questions. Hello everyone who is just now joining in. Welcome Anthony, welcome Hal, welcome Gaytheist. welcome Josie, welcome Tershi, welcome Shania, welcome. Glad to see that you guys are all here. Oh, goodness gracious. So let's see how to manifest a new job. So, in order for you to manifest a new job, you first have to figure out what it is that you like, what it is that makes you feel very excited. Because when you're excited about something, that turns into energy in motion, because your emotions, that's exactly what it's broken down as, right? Energy in motions are or energy in motion are your emotions. So, whenever you're thinking about what is the next job that I can have that I feel that I will feel fulfilled in, I'll feel happy in, I'll feel excited in, or even it's just something that I'm good at so I can express my talents and be a little bit more creative with my natural skill set, that is something that you want to keep in mind. What is activating your emotional body? What's activating your emotional state? And then from there, you want to implement the manifestation formula. Now, this manifestation formula is something that I do have posted here on TikTok, on Instagram. It's on all of my socials. I just created a new YouTube video about it as well. And I go over this exact same manifestation formula every single Saturday in my Authenticity Unleashed masterclasses. Okay. So make sure that you're taking notes, because you're not going to ask me questions here and then not take notes and then not implement it and then ask me the same kind of question in a week's time. We want to make sure that you're actually getting results. Okay. So listen up. I'm probably going to repeat it a lot today because we're talking about manifestation. That's okay, but listen up. The manifestation formula, at least if you're asking me, goes as such: belief plus inspired action plus emotion plus divine timing. That is what equals your manifestation. So we already talked about the emotional part, right? When you're thinking of a new job, what emotions occur when you're thinking of that new job? And make sure that those emotions get you excited. Make sure that those emotions or that new job, that idea of a new job, makes you feel super balanced and super fulfilled. Then you want to make sure if your belief system is on par with what that manifestation is. Do you believe that you can have this new job? Do you believe that employers are going to find you valuable? Or are you feeling insecure? Do you believe that you are no good, have no value, have no talent, or have no skill? You have to make sure that your beliefs align with that manifestation. Then you have to connect to your inner being enough where you understand the language of your intuition. And when you can understand the language of your intuition and you're getting those intuitive hits, you can then take inspired action based off of what that intuition is telling you. And lastly, you want to make sure that you are letting go of that manifestation. When you're at a restaurant and you're ordering food, you don't hang on to the menu or hang on to what it is that your order is. You let the waitress know what your order is. You give them that menu, and then they go and take that order to the chef, to the kitchen, and then they bring it back to you. You don't have to worry that they're not going to bring it. You don't have to worry that, it's not going to come out. It is going to come out, and you don't necessarily have to mentally always constantly check on that order unless the manifestation is slow, unless the waiter is low or slow. I get it, but you have to, in that meantime, enjoy yourself, be creative, allow yourself to focus on other things, and then the time in which that manifestation actually winds up coming to you will start to shorten. Okay, so this can apply to any single manifestation, but for you, you're wanting a new job, we're keeping it very general. Those are the steps. Okay. How do we know that Reiki is legit? You can believe it if you want to, you cannot believe it if you want to. It is scientifically backed, so that enough should let you know that it is legitimate, because it is scientifically backed. It's not religion based, it's not belief based. And you can't really deny energy, can you? Energy cannot be created or destroyed, so it is a scientific fact. Great questions. Let me see what we got going on here. Let me go up. I'm gonna try and make sure that I am getting these as chronologically as I possibly can. See if you guys, for any of you guys who have a question for me, see if you guys can actually join in on the live stream so I can hear your guys' voice and hear you talk and hear you ask this question. And that way, if I have a question back, you guys can answer me and you don't have to just continue going on the chat. So let's see how that can work. I'm sure that we can do this in a way that you don't have to show your face, but this is my first time doing it, so we'll see how it goes. And if not, then we'll just keep chatting in the comment section, but it would be so much easier for me to answer your questions if I could hear your voice and ask you questions back. Marcy says, I love Melody's Reiki, life-changing. Beautiful, Marcy. And actually, Marcy, I just read your email back and I'm so happy. I knew something like that was going to happen. I was like, you know what? If she was, taking this one internship or something, something would not have been able to work out. I just kind of knew, whether that is just me being me or me being in the field and the industry that I'm in. I just knew that if one thing didn't work out, there was going to be another door that was opening for you. And what a hell of a door, because what you told me about what you're in right now, now. Sounds super amazing. So I'm very, very happy for you. And I'm proud of you as well for taking your time to understand the energies and the emotions going on within you that needed to be purged and needed to be released in order for you to create that space. And then guess what? A manifestation dropped into your reality. So very happy for that. How to manifest money. Let's be very specific, you guys, because whenever I get a general question, I give a general answer. So if you're like, how do I manifest money? Can you say something a little bit more specific? Like, how do I manifest X amount of dollars within this amount of a time frame? And this is the job that I have. That way I can give you so much more specificity and I won't be repeating myself as often. Yes, definitely watch out for my manifestation formula. I go into a lot more detail about it in YouTube, and I also have it posted here on TikTok as well. Okay, so it says invite this person to join, invite. That is, I'm supposed to be clicking this, right? As a matter of fact, let me test it out with somebody that I already know just in case. Marcy, if you wouldn't mind, like, pressing buttons on the screen to see if you can be invited into the live stream, just so I can test it real quick and make sure that I'm pressing the right buttons for other people as well. If you don't mind, Marcy, you don't have to, but it would I would appreciate it just so I know. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Because I keep seeing like, invite this person, invite Marcus, invite, this boy's mom's wife or something. And I'm like, is this what I've been asking for? But I just don't know it because I haven't done this yet. It'll definitely help me out. Okay. How to manifest love if your spouse is blocking love. How is your spouse blocking love? How is your spouse blocking love? No one else should have the capacity or accessibility to block your own manifestation capabilities. So if you're looking to manifest more love, how is it that they are blocking it? And that's for you, Josie, or Jose. Can I manifest hair growth? You can. But remember, inspired action is a part of that formula, and manifestation is not about just closing your eyes and hoping and wishing for the best. It's not just about visualization. That could be a small part of the equation, but you have to be also taking that inspired action as well. So you have to make sure that you have the right resources for your hair. You have to make sure sometimes that you have the right nutrition as well, that your environment is an environment that will support you in that. So for instance, if you're living somewhere with hard water, you may want to make sure that you have some sort of filter on your shower head and things like that, so that you are having water that's a bit softer and it can make your hair grow faster. And then genetics, of course, too. Okay, so we have, actually I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone here. Okay, so Knox says, I've not felt real for weeks. I just feel so out of it. Any idea what it is or how to stop it? I actually have a video on this. It's posted very recently. It's my story time. It's my second story time that I've done. And it has like my TV in the background for you to watch the whole entire thing. But I was living a lifestyle that was not conducive to my own healing journey. And I was feeling more and more disconnected from my inner being, more and more disconnected from myself. But I didn't even know about all of this until like hindsight and when I actually started my healing journey. So when I was dealing with a lot of that, what got me back into feeling more real and feeling more like myself, I can say now, definitely ground yourself, going outside, going into nature, energy cleansing yourself, and doing something that makes you feel very creative, doing something that is not the usual, doing something that's not just mundane and boring. Tap into your creativity. Try something new every single day. If you're living the same day, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, all of that starts to blend. Time doesn't really seem real. And of course, if you lack that connection to yourself and you are not energy healing yourself, you're not cleansing your energy, you're not protecting your energy, all those things over time, plus whatever substances you may be taking or environments that you're in, could be contributing to you feeling not real. So how do I manifest direction of thought? I'm 68 years old and I want to open up a business. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to manifest a direction of thought. Just have the thought and continue to work towards that with every single thing that you do, and make sure that your emotions are aligned to that. So what you want to manifest is you opening up a successful business. So your thoughts, if they're not currently aligning to that manifestation of yours, you have to do some deep-seated work sometimes. What is it that's truly holding you back? Is it a belief system, a certain thought pattern that keeps creeping up over and over and over again? Are you the one that's projecting that narrative onto yourself? Are you engaging in negative self-talk? Or is there a specific memory that you have of someone that you used to love or look up to as an authority figure who told you that you weren't good enough, who told you that you lack confidence, who told you that you're worth nothing or who have no skill or whatever, and then you decided to believe them? So you have to understand what your thoughts are about you opening up a business, and if there are any thoughts that are negating that manifestation from coming to you in the first place, and then get on track. Do that mindset work. When it comes to mindset, it's just like doing reps at a gym. You can't think very good thoughts one day and then trash your thoughts the next day. You have to be very consistent. So you may be at a time in your life right now where you have to rewrite your life's story and shift your identity to that of which is someone who is able to open up a very successful business. Now, opening up a business is not an easy feat whatsoever. You do need structure. You do need skill. You do need energetics behind it. And when it comes to any sort of manifestation, it's only like 20% action taking and strategy, and it's 80% energetic work. So Jean, I would actually suggest that you sign up for my Authenticity Unleashed Masterclass that's happening this Saturday. In this masterclass, I go over the energetic shifts that you can do and the practical, tangible steps that you can do in order for you to boost your income, expand your influence, which means finding more clients or at least starting a community so that when your business is open, you already have money coming in through the door, or you can run pre-sales and have like a wait list of people who are already eager to purchase so that you don't open your doors of your business and it's crickets. And then it also will help you grow a sense of fulfillment both personally and professionally. So Jean, I do highly recommend that you go to the link in my bio and you sign up for that Authenticity Unleashed Masterclass. Absolutely. So back to Joss. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. He doesn't want the love I seek type thing, so I feel like I should stop manifesting love. Okay, so see, this is why I would prefer if we could ask questions back and forth more often, because there's like so many things I can already tell energetically that's going on here. So sorry if this answer seems a little bit more on the generic side. I'm still trying to figure out how to get you guys on the actual live stream so I can talk to you guys back and forth and like do this mini coaching without having to go through so many of these like chat questions like this. But I digress. Here we are. So you have to turn that attention and the time and the energy that you have that you're using to manifest love back into yourself. Sometimes the people that you want to pour your love into are not the right containers. They are not the right mold for that. They cannot hold that. They cannot be the best receivers of that. But you know who can be the best receiver of your love? You, because you have designed that love. You are the origin source of that love. So instead of you spilling it out to someone else who cannot hold that and cannot even not only receive it, but give it back to you as well. They can't even be mutual in the love that you're giving them. You have to give it back to yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you have to break up with this person. I'm not saying that this person, is worth nothing or anything. I'm just saying that you have to be able to put that love back into yourself, because when you do, you will then fill your own cup and become more magnetic. When you become more magnetic, you will then attract more people in your life where you can put that love into and they're able to receive it, but not only that, give it back to you as well. So it's not that you should stop manifesting love. I feel like you're just looking at the wrong person for the kind of love that you have, and it's not even just coming from me. You're the one who said it in the first place. So why do you continue to self-sabotage and challenge yourself every single day, confusing yourself, tapping out of the love that you have for yourself, tapping out of the intuition that you know that's coming to you by trying to fit a manifestation in a person that they don't even want that manifestation to begin with? They're not an energetic match to that whatsoever. So by you tapping into the energy of love and holding that space for yourself, and with every single decision that you make, action that you take, being a full embodiment of that love, it's going to be coming back to you tenfold. just may not come back from that one specific person. Or on the flip side, you could be so much of a leader in the fact that you're able to just have such exuberant amounts of love to give that they will start to see that within you and say, wow, like you have a great capacity to love. Like you are super romantic. You are someone who is like completely magnetizing me, and I want to be like that as well. And you may lead them into loving themselves more, because chances are too, if you're trying to love someone that is not able to receive that kind of love, you have to understand that every single individual person can only receive the kind of love that they are accepting of themselves. If they're not willing to accept the self-love that they have of themselves, if they don't love themselves, they're not going to be able to take your love. It doesn't make sense. They weren't even conditioned to do that for the love that they have for themselves. So what makes you think that they're a safe receptacle for you to put all of your love energy? And then, so much so, convincing you that you should stop loving in general. That's completely backwards. Completely. Great question. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. We are hosting some Q&As. Okay, Marcy, let's go ahead and try and invite you right now, because how it should be is that I've done this before where I was on the live stream of someone else in a little square box, and what I did was like tap in to like join, and then they would accept me or reject me. And so it wasn't me like choosing people, but let me go ahead and see if I can make it work. Let us see. Oh, it says invitation sent. So I sent an invitation. Okay, well, it's kind of working this way. You don't have to show your face or anything. Let me see if I can. Is it working on your end? You can see me and hear me?
Yeah, I can see and hear you.
Marcy, this is the first time I'm hearing your voice. So crazy.
Hi.
Okay, cool. So, hey. So it's definitely working. Amazing. Well, now that you're here, do you have any questions that you want to ask at this time? And if not, that's totally fine.
I don't have any questions, but there might be some hesitation on Reiki, right? So people are like, what is this? How is it going to help me? Why would I want to do it?
Yeah.
So when I first came to Melody, I've been like watching her lives, and I was really in a downward spiral. I given up on writing manifestations, burning, setting it, doing the methods and everything. And I'm like, I'm going nowhere. Like, what can I do? Like, I had a mentor that tried to help me and workshops and everything. It wasn't happening. I gave up. And so I was here like looking at other people do the Reiki, and I was like, you know what do I have to lose? Like I did not have a job at the time. I borrowed money to do a mini session with Melody. And I'm like, it's either gonna help me tremendously, or I'm gonna just, stay where I'm at. Like, I have nothing else to lose but everything to gain. So I really did that in May, and within a few weeks I got the work at home job that I wanted, that I was looking for. Work at home, no phone calls. I pretty much, like, even though I'm clocked in, I can, step out. And usually I work from home, you have to be on the phone and be right at, constant. And it was very stressful. So she helped me get like my dream work from home job. It's keep me stable ever since. I'm already at this, it's actually 3 months now with it. And ever since then, like, Melody has helped me in other places I come here. Like, I wanted an internship at SpaceX, but I got an invite instead. And there was just another issue going on because I took a part-time job. I got a part-time, I constantly emailed and pushed for a manifestation to work at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and I'm from Texas. And they ended up replying to me only after I did a release. He was mentioning earlier that he did tell me I had a big heart blockage, our last mini session, and I kind of knew it, and I really wanted to let it go, and I just found a way to let it go was through music and rage. So like I let that go, and it was like easy. Like, all like the Reiki sessions that I've done were aimed at a certain thing, and they were either business, love, and that's basically it for now, right? And everything has happened. Like, I got that job. The training got pushed to where I wanted it. I wanted it in October, and I've been I've missed August and September, and they're like, okay, we'll put you in October, even though September was the deadline. Like they're like, oh, if you miss for September, you're not going to be able to work for us. But I got permission, and for a miracle, they let me. And now with that, I'm able to go see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour because that's the only event in October that they're having. So like I'm super excited. Tickets are like $4,000. I would never be able to afford it, but now that I can, through the help of Melody, I believe that the Reiki from her specifically, because I don't just believe in anyone. You know, being on TikTok, you hear you see a lot of people try to do it. You're like, I don't feel it, but only if you just took that investment within yourself and you're like, oh wow, like I did need that, or did need to hear what she has to say from the spirit guides and like the energy. You feel it as you're going. So the only thing holding you back, I would say, is just yourself, and you can just put trust and vulnerability into Melody, and then your life will spark. You know, I might not be a millionaire now, but I might be a millionaire later. You know, like so like, you know, like I had no, I didn't have $40. Now I have more than $40. Like, and only a short amount of time. So like, if you have any doubts, like I hope you take my testimonial. We did not expect to do this at all.
No.
And
It's serendipitous for sure.
yeah, so I truly just believe in her, and I will continue to believe in her. So if you guys would also take that opportunity to believe in her, you won't regret it at all.
Oh, thank you, Marcy. I really appreciate that because honestly, there are, like you said, there are so many people out here on the online space promoting their stuff. And then there's a whole community of people who are in need, whether they need guidance, whether they need support, whether they just need someone to hear them and to notice them. And you don't always know who to trust. And when you then invest in yourself and invest in that one person, again, you're just like, ugh, I don't know if I just kind of like am wasting my time or wasting my money. And that was the complete opposite for you. And you really have grown through just the past few months. I mean, we've really worked together only since May. Mm-hmm. That is wild that you've had so much success in such a short amount of time. And again, only time will tell, and we can see how much further you're going to be able to go. So I'm very proud of you and all the work that you've been able to do. And you've completed the program that you were enrolled in as well, which is amazing. And so I'm just happy to see your growth. And I want to thank you again for coming on here, as like crazy and serendipitous and like unplanned as this was. I definitely cherish this. So thank you so much for coming on here and sharing a little bit of your story and your time with me.
All right. You're very welcome. And Beyond Balance is definitely worth it if you can either do the full program or the mini program that she has out right now. And you'll really learn a lot about yourself. So it's been fun, along like knowing myself from the journey again.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. Cool. All right. So, well, Marcy, if you are still wanting for me to check up on your energy centers, I definitely can. I'm going to see how I can exit out of this because now I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay,
so I'm going to see if we can end the call, and then we're going to continue to take some more questions. So for those of you who have any questions, you can hop onto this live stream. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, there we go. Boop. Guest has gone offline. So anyone else who has a question and wants it to be answered right here, right now, you can hop on this live stream just like you saw Marcy do. And we can talk about anything regarding manifestation, anything regarding energy healing, or even my mentorship programs. We were also talking about the manifestation formula. And I do have the manifestation formula on TikTok, on Instagram, and now even on YouTube. So for those of you guys who are wanting an in-depth explanation of my secret formula that I use to manifest, let me tell you a little bit about what it's done. If you didn't already hear Marcy's success personally and what she's been able to accomplish, listen to my personal testimonial. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I was not mentally healthy or emotionally healthy and stable. And it led to me experiencing a lot of anxiety, panic attacks, depressive episodes, experiences of PTSD. And throughout that time, I was running a makeup artistry career for over 13 years. But of course, then the pandemic hit. And once the pandemic hit, I wasn't able to run my business anymore because I couldn't touch faces anymore. And so as I was trying to grow my business even further in a completely different state, away from my hometown, I was unable to provide for myself financially. So I became absolutely dead broke, and I was homeless for about 2 months. through me using this manifestation formula that I teach you on my YouTube, that I teach you right here in this Q&A, that I teach you on my social media platforms, plus energy healing myself, that is what was something that was able to get me back on my feet. And then within 1 year of starting my energy healing business, I was then able to cultivate an audience on my social media platforms of over 1.4 million followers across all of those platforms. So this is something that is not just woo-woo, it actually works. There are practical steps that you can do in order for you to manifest certain successes in your personal or professional life. So that's exactly what we're here doing today. For those of you who have just joined in on the live stream, hello and welcome. My name is Melody Unique. I also go by Mystique Awakening. I'm an energy healer and spiritual mentor. And in today's live stream, we are hosting a Q&A. So you can ask me anything about something that you are specifically manifesting or you're trying to heal at this time. I'm going to go down and see if there's any questions. Let me see. So if you have a question, go ahead and let me know. You can raise your hand in the chat and I will send you a personal invite so you can join this live stream and ask me a question. We can do a little mini coaching session for you. So go ahead and raise your hand so I know to choose you. Let me see what happens if I click on this guy. Beautiful. And letting you know too, for any of you guys who are subscribers to this TikTok account, you will get priority. So if there is someone here who is subscribed, I will be answering your questions first. So definitely let me know. Myra, hello, welcome in. Dizzy, welcome in. Armand, welcome in. It's so good to see you all here. Hello. If you have any questions about manifestation, oops, I am going and accidentally inviting people. But if you have a question and I accidentally invited you, go ahead and let me know. So moving forward with the manifestation process, one of the aspects of it that is so critical is nervous system regulation. If you have experienced specific traumas or whole emotional burdens that are weighing on you, that resonate with a particular manifestation. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you grew up in a childhood environment that was always in a lack mindset. You were scrambling for money all the time. You couldn't afford very many things. Maybe you saw one of your parents lose their job or you lost your house and now you're an adult and you're trying to manifest, you're trying to energy heal, and you're finding yourself having issues with manifesting a certain amount of abundance. It could be because of that trauma. It could be because of the emotions that you are still holding on to that are unprocessed. They're not filtered through, they're unhealed. And when that is the case, it will seem impossible for you to manifest the kind of abundance that you're looking for because your nervous system will not allow you to manifest that. So when you have been manifesting for a long time, and I don't know what method it is that you've been doing, whether it's the 3-6-9 or affirmations or just visualizing a whole bunch, and you find yourself always hitting some sort of limitation or always hitting some roadblock or setback, that is the universe letting you know, hey, there's something here that needs to be looked at by you. There's something here that needs your time, your energy, and your attention. And chances are it is your energy centers that are out of balance. And when your energy centers are out of balance, that is what causes your nervous system to be dysregulated. So you really want to make sure that nervous system regulation is a part of the process when you are manifesting as well, because that's the same thing that happens with people who manifest huge amounts of abundance, but then they're not able to keep it, or you are hitting and missing where you're able to make a certain amount of sales this month and the next month it's just plummeting down. And you're like, why wasn't I able to maintain that? Why wasn't I able to be consistent in that? Chances are your nervous system was not regulated and you were not able to maintain the manifestation that you brought into your reality. So definitely consider what part of this manifestation formula does not resonate with you at this time. What part of it is out of alignment? What part of it are you struggling with the most? And so I bring that question to you guys. I want you guys to answer my question. Let me know. Is it the nervous system regulation? Is it the emotions that are keeping you from manifesting what it is that you are desiring? Is it your belief system right now that is keeping you from manifesting what you are desiring? Is it your action? You're just not really sure what actions to take that will align towards your manifestation? Or is it the fact that you are so attached to a specific manifestation that you cannot let go and really separate yourself from that outcome of the manifestation? And if there is something very specific that you are looking to bring into your life, let me know what that is as well in the chat. We have 33 of you guys in the chat. I want to be hearing you guys, because if I don't hear any of your guys' answers, if I don't hear any of your guys' questions, I'll just hop off the live stream and you won't get any free coaching from me. So make sure that you are speaking up in the chat. I don't bite, I promise you. I'm only here to help and support you. So make sure that you're being active. Make sure that you are understanding the different components of the manifestation formula, or you're understanding what parts of you and your energy actually need to be looked at, actually need to be healed in order for you to then get that manifestation, or just live a lifestyle that's full of peace, harmony, and balance. Okay. So Marcy says, for me, it ended up being the emotions. So Marcy's emotional state was something that was blocking her. And then when we did a mini Reiki session, I was like, whoa, there's something going on in the heart space here. We are blocked. Let's go ahead and do some releasing. And then on her own time, she decided to maintain the healing work that we did after her session. And when she was able to do so, she tapped into that energy of rage and she said, oh, this doesn't fit into the equation. We have to release this. We have to let this out, because when we let this emotion out, when it comes to the surface, it brings us a message. We understand why it's here. It's serving its purpose. Let's go ahead and let it fly free. Let's go ahead and filter this out of our being. She wasn't able to make more space for herself. When she made more space for herself energetically, a manifestation popped in. And what's crazy about this kind of work is that sometimes the manifestations that you receive, you don't even know that you want them. Sometimes you get manifestations in your reality that are far better than what you have experienced before, or far better than what you were intending to begin with. And when Marcy told me that one of her manifestations didn't come through into her reality, I was like, don't worry about it. The universe never says no. It only ever says not yet, or I have something better. And in this case, for her, it was, I have something better. And so it's like a cathartic experience to realize that we do hold a lot of power when it comes to the reality that we are co-creating with the universe. But what it really is just stepping into the divine energy that we were born here to utilize. Manifestation is a tool. Your energy is a tool. The power that you have is a tool. And when you know how to harness that tool, when you know how to hone into this tool and then utilize it, you will start to see your external reality follow suit. And something that I always preach on is that your external reality is just a reflection of your internal reality. So whenever you're experiencing something outside of you that you do not prefer, you can't allow yourself all the time to react because of that, because that is just going to slow down the momentum that you have of manifesting what it is that you do prefer. So it is very important to make sure that you're not using your external reality as the thermostat to change your internal temperature. You are the thermostat, and you get to change the temperature, if you will, of your external reality and your external circumstances. So with that being said, any other questions that we have right here and right now? For those of you guys who are just now hopping in, we're talking about manifestation. We're talking about energy healing. So what are your manifestations? Do not be shy to go ahead and let me know. I will just call you guys out. I will call you out by name and ask you what it is. Sarah just joined. Hello, what's your manifestation? A and M just joined. Balav just joined. Casey just joined. Hello. What are your manifestations? What are your questions when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to energy healing? Mandy just joined. Helen, hello. Welcome in. Let me know. Lily, I see that you just got back on. Trin, nice to see you here. Be active in the chat. Let me know what it is that you are hoping to manifest in this lifetime for you. Do you have a smaller manifestation, a larger manifestation? Do you have a long-term goal for yourself that you've been trying to hit and trying to reach, but for some reason, something's just not clicking? You're not understanding why you've been striving for something for so long and it's not coming into your reality. Chances are there's a part of that manifestation formula that is not in alignment with you. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of water here. Hello, Sarah, welcome in. Darcy, welcome, welcome. Krista says, sometimes I struggle feeling like I'm stepping backwards when I've really buried things deep. So what does that mean for you? Burying things deep? You mean your emotions? You're not allowing your emotions to fully express themselves, and you're not understanding why your emotions are surfacing up and what kind of message it is that they're telling you. And maybe that's why you feel like you're kind of stepping backwards. Let me know. Let me know. Fia, I want to manifest my family accepting my interracial relationship. That is definitely an intriguing one for sure, because the thing is about other people is that we can't always make them do what we want, but we can stand in our power and stand in what it is that we desired, what it is that we want, and be so strong in that we're able to kind of lead the way. That's why I always say we can't always we can rarely ever make anyone do something that they don't want to do. It has to be their idea. It has to be their own intention. But what you can do is stay strong in your own energy, stay strong in your own mindset, stay strong in your own emotional state. And when people see that they cannot necessarily change you, because again, you can't change anyone. So when they see that they cannot change you, or when they see that you are happy and healthy in the decisions that you've made and you're able to be independent, a lot of times they will come around. And if they do not come around, that's another thing. We may have to create different boundaries or a way of interacting with certain family members because of that. You also have to understand too, if this is like a huge entire like familial and cultural thing, you have to understand it from their lens as well, because often they only want to see you be happy. They only want to see you be taken care of. They only want to see you be protected and safe and loved. And maybe they have a specific mindset that if you do not do anything within that mindset, and you're only doing things outside of that mindset, that you're not taking care of yourself, that you're not going to be safe, that you're not going to be loved. So I want you to take a look at it from different perspectives as well, because oftentimes when we have people in our reality and in our world that are upset about what it is that we're doing and the decisions that we made in our life, it's not because they don't love us or that they want to see us not be happy or not get what we want. It's because they only know a certain way of life. They only know a certain formula that works. And so it's just important to make sure that we are not holding on too many judgments or resentments because of that reasoning that they may have. And if it really is something where you're like, I'm happier and I'm better off this way, then at the end of the day, you may just kind of have to do what it is that feels best for you. However, that could take time. Having other people be comfortable and familiar with your people that you've chosen, it's like your blood versus the water. You really have to have some more time for that to make more sense. I've definitely dated people that my family did not like. And honestly, in hindsight, they were probably right. But during the meantime, they were still working towards being open to that counterpart that I was with, because people do really love you. They want to see the best for you. And if they can see that you're happy and healthy with where you are and the people that you chose to be in your inner circle, then they'll be happy as well. But they just have to see that for you. Another small aspect of that is to just kind of like what I said, where I've had people in my life and in my close quarters that my family did not like or my friends did not like. I have to pay attention to what my family is saying as well, because this group of people, they take care of me. So it's like when this newcomer comes along, it's like, who the heck are you? And so it's also kind of a warning not to abandon the family that has brought you up, not to abandon the people who are there for you and who have known you for a very long time because of this one person that you're finding love in. You have to be able to listen to what they have to say and what their perspectives are as well, because they could just be trying to protect you. Hi, Courtney. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me go ahead and see what other questions we have. Amelia, I just want friends and not to always depend on my boyfriend, but IDK, how manifesting could help. It's really about loving yourself. When it comes to you magnetizing yourself towards other people, you don't want to be dependent on your boyfriend as much. So So you have to stop actively making that choice and decision. Start making the choice and decision to love yourself a little bit more, feel confident going places alone, allow yourself to be more creative, tap into your skills, tap into your talents, tap into your excitements, tap into your own personal joys outside of your counterpart. Do things that you feel make you really happy. Join different groups that are free groups or paid groups. Join a class, join a membership, join some sort of event or some sort of convention to expand your environment and what it is that you usually do to fit more people into your world. And the thing about that is when you love yourself more and then you're engaging in different environments that have more people that you can connect with that like the same things that you like, it's so much easier for you to not feel like you're chasing them because you're standing within your own love for yourself, that you don't have to chase other people or seek other people for them to love you, for them to approve of you, for them to validate you in one way or another. So make sure that if you have a counterpart that loves you, of course, make sure that that relationship is healthy and strong, but don't negate the relationship that you have with yourself either, because the relationship that you have with yourself, that should be on the pedestal, not anybody else. So if you have been putting that pedestal, you've been putting other people on that pedestal outside of you, we've got it mixed up, and we have to recalibrate our own time, energy, love, and attention back to ourselves more so, because that is what's going to truly lead to you manifesting more healthy relationships in your life with that person, without that person, inside of that relationship with that person, or outside of the relationship with that person. So manifestation does truly help. You just have to understand the different components that lead you into that manifestation. That's why I talk so much about the manifestation formula. Jade says, how do I stop how do I stop myself from people pleasing and doing things I don't want to do? So someone actually had this question yesterday, and you do have to understand that people pleasing can sometimes be a form of self-sabotage, and people pleasing is also you respecting and accepting other people's needs more than your own. So there is an aspect of you that does not respect yourself as much. You put other people before you. Or there's a part of you that feels really, really, really good when you help other people. And so you feel like your inner value and your sense of worth and the reason that you exist is to help other people because it may make you feel good. But chances are, you just said you're doing things that you don't want to do. So you almost kind of have to ask yourself, why do I continue doing things that I don't want to do? And have that answer for yourself, because once you hear that answer back from yourself, you'll be like, yeah, why am I doing this? As a matter of fact, I'm doing all these things for other people that I really don't want to do. It makes me feel this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. You have to connect back to your inner being. You have to connect back to that version of you who is probably more so that inner child version of you, and ask yourself, if I had, let's say, a best friend, if I had my favorite family member, if I had my child people please all the time for everyone else and do things that they don't want to do, what is it that I would tell them? What kind of guidance would I give them? What kind of support would I offer to them? And how would I help protect them and give them the tools and the resources that they need in order for them to not feel guilty for saying no, in order for them to feel really good when they do things for themselves and have time for themselves and create that time and space without having that be cut in from other people's expectations, other people's wants, other people's needs. So in essence, it is you coming back home to you and understanding, why am I doing these things that I don't want to do? But also coming back home to you and doing a little bit of a separation where you can look at yourself from outside of yourself and say, if this were a person that was my favorite person that I loved so much, if they were my pride and my joy, and they were treating themselves this way, if they were not respecting themselves, if they were giving to other people from an empty cup, what would I be telling them to do? And then do that for yourself. You have to be able to respect yourself more, love yourself more, appreciate yourself more, understand that you have to fill your own cup more, because only when you have a full cup can you then share. And then, yeah, of course, help whoever it is that you want to help. But if you don't have your own precious resources available to you first and foremost, it's going to be very, very difficult for you moving forward. And all of the relationships that you will then begin to manifest are going be of people who need more and more and more from you, instead of people who can be mutual with you, instead of people who can actually give as much as they're receiving from you. Okay, so this ties into a little bit of self-worth. This ties into a little bit of self-sabotage. This ties into respect. This ties into your inner being. This ties into your childhood, right? So you really do have to get to the bottom of why you've been doing this, how long you've been doing this for, and make it very clear and apparent to yourself why this is not a sustainable lifestyle for you, okay? And for anyone who is sitting here listening to me and you're like, okay, well, who are you? Why are you talking about this? My name is Melody Unique. I'm an energy healer and a spiritual mentor. This is what I love to do. Not only have I helped myself in many different ways in terms of getting myself out of being homeless, in terms of killing a business and then regenerating a business over and over again in different fields and different industries. But also I've been able to replicate my success by having certain systems of being able to manifest with a specific formula and energy heal as well. And by putting those two things together, I've been able to create a lot of success for myself and for my clients too. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them while we're here. With that being said, for any one of you who do own a business, for any one of you who are entrepreneurs and you're looking to boost your income, you're looking to expand your influence in your field, and you're looking to grow a sense of fulfillment both personally and professionally, I do have an Authenticity Unleashed Masterclass that is going on this Saturday that you should be a part of, because I show you all of the practical and tangible steps and energetic shifts that you can do by yourself to make more success for yourself in your business and whatever industry it is that you're in. Okay, so just a little heads up for those of you guys. And if any of you guys are watching and you want to become more a part of my world and have more of my exclusive attention and support, feel free to DM me as well, and I will send you some resources. Let me go ahead and read some more questions that we have. Yaida, hello, welcome in. Glad to see you here again. Hannah, welcome, welcome. Jasmine, Marissa, ask me any questions you have that regards manifestation, that regards energy healing, and I've got you covered. A just joined. Hello, welcome, welcome. We have 42 of you on here, 47 now. Make sure that you're asking me questions. This live stream only works when you guys are asking me questions. I'd love to be a talking head and just go off in tangents, but it's very important that you guys are a part of the conversation. I'm not just sitting here blabbing at you. So if there's anything that I can help you with, that I can support you with, that I can give you some guidance on, make sure that you are not being a shy Shelly and you are speaking up in the chat. You're getting hundreds and thousands of dollars of free coaching right here, right now. And if you're not taking the opportunity to ask me a question, you're just shooting yourself in your foot and just giving yourself a huge disservice. This is literally what I charge so much money for. And I'm not saying that lightly. I do charge a lot of money for this, but I'm giving this for you guys for free because I believe in starting a community. I believe in cultivating and nurturing the people that I have here who have supported me for such a long time. This is my way of giving back to you. This is my way of sharing some support for those of you guys who are new to energy healing or manifestation, or are not new, but haven't really grasped it fully to where you've been able to manifest a lot of success in your life. So make sure that you are utilizing what you have right now. A precious resource is being given to you. Do not miss out on the blessings that you can have in this conversation. Yaina said, yes, got your mini Beyond Balance course while I save for the full thing. So thank you. Amazing, Yaina. And I just put a couple new videos on there as well, just to beef it up a little bit more. I'm going to definitely add some more stuff to the regular Beyond Balance as well, because it's doing so good. And I want to make sure that you guys are just as taken care of as humanly possible when you come into my world. So I'm so happy that you got that mini Beyond Balance course. Make sure that you're progressing in it and you are following along in the steps that I have. Something that I mentioned in my masterclass from this past Saturday that I have not mentioned publicly yet, and I will this week, and I will right now, but I am offering group coaching for Beyond Balance. So Yaida, if that means that you're saving up a little bit more for the group coaching, that's totally fine. If you still want to be doing the self-paced Beyond Balance, no pressure, but I am hosting group coaching starting September 15th, and I only have 10 spots available. So for those of you guys who want more of a community experience where we meet up twice a week and go over not only the healing techniques that I have for you in Beyond Balance, but then extending and building upon that to help you get to a certain point in your life that you've been trying to manifest for a while. This is literally the best coaching program that you could be a part of. So make sure that if you guys have questions about that, you're asking me about it too, so we can get some more information. I'm gonna go back and see if there are any questions that I missed out on. Give me 1 second, guys. Amelia says, you know how you said about learning to love myself? How can I make those first steps? So honestly, this is what I'm gonna say to you. When you are learning to love yourself, it really becomes an energetic process. Why? Because your regular standard of living and existing is to love yourself. You already have that within you. When you were born, you loved yourself. When you were in the womb, you loved yourself. When you were a kid, when you were a toddler, you loved yourself. You decided not to love yourself anymore based off of projections and expectations that other people had of you, off of belief systems that do not align with your inner being. So you naturally resonate at the frequency of love, at the frequency of bliss, at the frequency of enlightenment, and the frequency of expansion and peace and harmony and balance. But you have things that are clogging up your energy centers and the flow of that energy from accessing your being. So what is the most important thing to do when you recognize this within yourself? It is to make sure that you understand what your energy is, your energetic system, how it flows, your energy centers, and then you're doing the process, which is usually energy healing and cleansing techniques and mindset shifts, for you to get more into alignment with that standard that you were born with that energetic standard that you were born with. So again, you have to know what your energy is and what it's doing. You have to know what your energetic system and centers are. And then you have to do the energy healing processes that get you back into alignment with peace, harmony, and balance. Because then from there, love will just grow exponentially within you. And you will start to shed the layers of other people's expectations, other people's projections, other people's belief systems of you. You will start to shed the layers of the impacts of trauma that have been stagnant within your being for years and years and years. When you shed those layers and return back home to yourself, it's impossible not to love yourself. So something that I can offer you, Amelia, is my free Chakra Codes Masterclass. You can go right now. Anyone outside of Amelia can do this as well, but go to the link in my bio, scroll down till you see free Chakra Codes Masterclass, watch that masterclass, take notes, watch it again. Take notes, watch it again, and implement exactly what it is that I'm showing you in that masterclass, and you will find more success in loving yourself. What is the best way to prioritize manifestations? Chris, to be a little bit more specific, what is it that you're trying to manifest and what is it that you're trying to prioritize? Is it that you have certain manifestations that you're wanting to come into your reality, but you're not necessarily prioritizing the action taking to get there, or you're not prioritizing the belief systems that will take you there? What is it specifically that you're trying to manifest? And what has really been stopping you? Why have you not been prioritizing those manifestations? Do you feel like you can't get them? Do you feel like you need a certain resource in order for you to manifest it? Like, oh, I need more money in order to manifest this. I need more of this in order to manifest this. What is it? We have to dig deeper with these questions, because the deeper the question, the more specific the answer. I'm gonna scroll and see if we got any questions here. How do I detach from a very unhealthy family? Do you live in the same environment as that family, Jade? Let me know if you live in the same environment of that family. Can we talk about how to believe you can have what you want? So knowing, okay, I'm gonna break it down to you like this. You should always believe that you can have what you want. Why? Because you are everything that you want. You are everything that you want. Why? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. That means in the concept of unity that everything is connected. If you can believe that everything is connected, if you can believe that we are one, then how could you not believe that you can have what you want? Because you are what you want. What you want, your desires, your preferences, your manifestations are just an extension of you. What is happening in between the time of you actually receiving those manifestations or preferences or desires or wants is a whole bunch of space, right? What's in between is a whole bunch of space, and we can call that the inspired action. We can call that the belief that you can have it, or just the thought process and the mindset that aligns with that manifestation. Divine timing, letting go of the attachment to that outcome. Okay, so we have to understand, if we are everything, if I am everything, and everything that I desire is meant to be realized and actualized by me, how could I not believe that I can have anything that I want? I am exactly what I want. I resonate at the frequency of desiring that, which means that it can be realized. It can get into my reality. It can be thought turned into the physical form. You may just need to have a little bit more of those nuanced aspects in that manifestation formula. Okay, so you believing you can have what you want is the same thing as you believing that you are one with the universe and the universe is one within you. Let me see. I'm trying to read through these. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so Krista, you're like, I feel like I want to be working on so many different things. It's overwhelming. So what is the thing that brings you the most excitement? So I want you to write down all the things that you're working on, or write down all of the manifestations that you have at this time. And then I want you to categorize them right here, right now. And you can refresh this in a week, or you can refresh this in a month. But I want you to recategorize them and ask yourself, what is this? How much does this excite me? What is the thing that excites me the most? That is the thing that I'm going to do next. And then after that, this is what excites me the most. And that is the thing that I'm going to do next. That's what I'm going to work on next. That way you don't have 500 million things going on and you're scrambling to kind of do a little bit of everything. You can streamline your process. Manifestation and having goals really is just you being able to plan and plan effectively. But not only that, do exactly what it is that you've planned and not allow any outside distractions to deter you from that. That is how the most successful people on the planet become the most successful people on the planet. They minimize their distractions. They understand what it is that they want. They create a plan, and then they take action on that plan. And if that plan does not work based off of all the action that they took, they tweak that plan. They learn from their mistakes. They learn from the setbacks. They learn from the challenges, and they tweak and they tweak and they tweak and tweak and tweak until that plan actually takes them to where it is that they want to go. Now, if you're experiencing many different setbacks and challenges that are the same over and over again, like the belief system that you have is always the one thing that's holding you back, or your emotions are the one thing that's always holding you back, and you feel like you need outside support, that's when you go to a mentor. That's when you go and fast track your progress and fast track your success by asking someone to help you, because they don't have the emotional bias that you do. They're seeing things from a completely different lens than you are. So we can give you different perspectives of what it is that you're trying to manifest and go after, to help you not get distracted, to help you understand the gaps that you have and fill that in with either more education, more information, or just a different perspective in general. Amelia, wow, thank you so much. Why did I tear up when you were talking about it? I will go have a watch. Because when I speak with emotion, I speak with conviction, and I speak to the truth of what it is that's in my heart and the truth of what your questions are. I connect with you beyond the screen. And that's something that I've been able to do for years and years and years in my business. And that's why I believe I'm highly successful in the business that I have, because I know how to connect to people. Why? One, I'm a person, but two, oftentimes I've been where it is that you guys have been, and that's why I'm able to touch on so many different subjects. I've lived like 5 million lifetimes, and I know that there's so many of you who understand exactly what I'm saying. You've also lived millions of lifetimes, right? And you've gone through different walks of life. I've gone through so many different walks of life in the short time that I've been here on earth, enough to understand why certain things happen and what could be possibly holding you back. And that's why I've cultivated such a massive following and such a massive client base in what it is that I do, because I understand it from your point of view, but I also understand it from a higher level point of view as well. And when I'm able to understand it from a higher level point of view and then talk about that, that's what hits. And so that me being able to convey that to you is what causes such great emotion. Why? Because you probably haven't heard anyone talk about your manifestations like this before, or talk about your challenges like this before, or talk about love like this before. And when you find someone who actually gets what it is that you're saying, you want to pay attention to them. And it goes beyond just like, oh yeah, I think that you know what you're talking about. You can feel it. And you being able to feel it, that is the zone. And that's the zone that I always want to be in, so that you guys are not continuing to either A, manifest more dangerous health concerns for yourself, or B, live a life that you feel that you're completely suffering in, or live a life that you feel like you can't get what it is that you want. You were born here to live the life that is wonderful, that is outrageously, crazily amazing, that brings you joy, that brings you pleasure, that brings you inspiration. And I'm here to help you on that path so that you don't get stuck in the middle of trying to live that. I'm gonna have some more water here. So Krista says, I need to be a better partner, worker, heal trauma, everything. Put it into a category, my love. Put it into a category. And what does a better partner mean for you? See, this is why I want more of like a experience where we can kind of chat back and forth instead of us being, whatchamacallit, in just the comment section. But I would suggest, Krista, you too are probably going to be someone who really, really gets a lot out of the Authenticity Unleashed Masterclass, because in that masterclass, I'm able to answer your questions more in depth and ask you questions back in a way where you're going to be on the microphone right there with me. And so really consider what it means to be a better partner. Really consider what it means to be a better worker. What does it mean for you to heal trauma? What trauma are you trying to heal? What is everything to you? It may seem like everything because it's every single aspect of your life, but let me tell you something. When you tap back into your own energy, you understand your energy centers. You understand which one of your energy centers is in balance or out of balance. And then you begin the healing work to bring those energy centers back into a state of peace, harmony, and balance. You are then able to impact every single aspect of your life all at once. So at the end of the day, we can do a little list where we're prioritizing so that you can logically feel like you're moving forward. But at the end of the day, when we're getting down to the nitty gritty, if you just knew what your energy was and how to utilize it and how to heal it, every single aspect of your life would get ultimately better. And I say that because chances are, it's literally like 9 times out of 10, whenever you have one aspect or area of your life that's not doing well, it correlates to another one. A lot of times people who have anxious attachment styles in their relationships have anxious attachment styles to money as well, or a career as well. Everything is connected, but when you get to the root of everything, when you stop looking at your external reality as, oh, that's the one thing that's got to change, and start looking in your internal reality and say, this is the thing that needs to change, everything else outside of you starts to fall into place. So Krista and anyone else who is resonating with Krista's questions, make sure that you are signing up for the Authenticity Unleashed Masterclass, and we will workshop this together. Ilson, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we have Jade. I feel I'm too scared to leave my family behind and be successful because they hold me down. Okay, and we have another one incoming from you as well. And then did you let me know if you live with them or not? So when it comes to questions like, how do I get my boyfriend back? How do I get this person to love me? Will I ever be with this person again? I personally don't like to answer those questions, because I truly think that if you have separated from a person, there is a reason why. And if you were to take some time to understand the true reasoning behind why there is a separation, why there was a breakup, and heal from that, and look at it from hindsight, you'll be able to understand that A, maybe this person wasn't really right for you, or B, maybe it's just a timing thing. And maybe you guys really are right for one another, but you have to have a solo journey for a little bit in order to then meet each other in the future. But oftentimes that solo journey that you have changes you into a completely different person, to where now that one person in that relationship that you used to have does not even resonate with who you are right now and where it is that you're wanting to go. So I don't like to answer questions like that, even though this is basically an answer. But I don't help people try to get their boyfriend back or whatever, because I truly feel that if you are in love with yourself, if you're healing yourself, if you're present in this moment, You know how to cultivate peace, harmony, and balance within yourself. You have your own goals. You have your own things that you're set out for. You're on your own healing journey. That person may not even resonate with you anymore, or if they do, it's because you two are now completely different people on a completely different journey, and it feels right to the universe for you guys to be together. You have to understand that the reason that there's a certain time, there's a reason and a time that the universe puts people into your life. And there's a reason and a time that the universe takes people out of your life. And if you're not going to be lucid to why that is even happening in the first place, you're not learning your lesson, and you will then manifest another partner in the future who is going to be going through that same, you're just going to go through the same exact cycle. So recognize the lesson in the cycle that you're in right now, or be doomed to repeat it, to be honest. Let me see. Okay, still waiting on the second part of that one question from Jade. All right, let's see. We have 45 of you guys on here right now. So I expect to see 45 different questions in the chat. If you guys are going to be here, you gotta play along with it, okay? So make sure that you're asking any questions that you have about manifestation. What is it that you're currently manifesting at this time? What is it that you're energy healing at this time? Go ahead and let me know. So you live with your family. Jade, if there's a lot of negativity or toxicity from your family, or they're holding you back, they're keeping you in a mindset that's not necessarily serving you and where it is that you need to go, you have to do a couple things. One is create a safe and sacred environment for yourself. Back in the day when I was in a toxic relationship and I was isolated from all of my friends and all of my family and I had nowhere else to go, my sacred space was my closet and my car. And so if you're down to just those aspects, be down to those aspects and don't judge yourself for it, because I've been there. If you have an office space, if you have another space that you can go to, maybe you sign up for classes and that's your sacred space, or maybe you go and get a massage every single week and that's your sacred space. Make sure you have a sacred space, okay? Sometimes that could be out in nature as well. It doesn't have to be limited to something that is confining you. But create a sacred space and go there every single day. That way you have a literal environment that does not include the people who are not being active and helping you get to where it is that you need to go. And you will then have a little bit of a side storyline where, like, yes, I'm here with my family and this is what it's like when I'm with my family, then I get to have my me time. This is where I get to go and escape. This is where I get to go and connect to myself. This is where I get to go and grow my business. This is where I get to go and have my passion projects. This is where I get to go and tap out from the world. When you have a sacred space, things get 10 times better. In that sacred space, you want to make sure that you're energy cleansing yourself. So you're using one or more of the 5 elements of earth, air, water, fire, and spirit. When you energy cleanse yourself, you are destroying essentially and getting rid of all of the energetic debris that could be lingering onto you from outside or external factors. So if your family members are giving you evil eye, ill will, jealousy, competitive energy, negativity, you name it, you can make sure that that does not impact your inner being and that does not impact your energy centers by cleansing your energy every single day. Cleanse your room, cleanse your sacred space, cleanse yourself, okay? Make sure that you're doing that every single day. When you're able to do that, when they try to pick an argument with you, they're gonna realize it's much harder to do so because you're more resilient towards it. You're not gonna get as reactive and responsive to it. You're going to maybe start making different choices. Maybe you start limiting how much you're actually in the house to begin with so that you don't have to access them or have them have access to you as much. So you want to make sure that those steps that you're taking are going to be creating a sacred space for yourself and make sure that you're energy cleansing. From that point on, you may have to create an action plan to get you outside of that environment so that you can be in a different environment altogether and you don't have to live with the people that are creating such hostility or arguments or whatever it is, okay? That's the information and that is the advice that I have for you for that. Can you show us some easy Reiki techniques that everyone can do on themselves every day. I cannot show you Reiki techniques because you guys have to be attuned to Reiki. So if you guys are wanting to be attuned to Reiki so that you can use Reiki specifically on yourself, then you can DM me and I will send you the information for Reiki training, and you can be attuned, become certified, and then you can do self-healing techniques, or you can then heal other people. If you want to know techniques how to heal yourself every single day without being attuned to Reiki, that's exactly why I have my Beyond Balance program. So I want to honor the sacred nature of that program by keeping the information of that program in that program, because it's truly one of the best investments that you could possibly make, not for me, but for you. You understanding and learning how to heal your own energy should be at the top of your priority list. I don't care who it is that you are, or what it is that you do. If you do not know what your own energy is like, you do not know how to energy heal yourself, that should be at the top of your list, because every single thing that happens in your external reality begins from your inner reality. And energy healing allows you to balance and find peace with that inner reality, okay? So for those of you guys who want to take healing into your own hands, then go to the top of my profile, hit the link in my bio, scroll down, and then hit Beyond Balance and sign up for that program, because it's absolutely 100% life-changing. I quit my job. I try to live another lifestyle, more time for my daughter, husband, dogs, family. Very good. After lots of changes in my life, I hope I'll manifest a totally different partner in my life. Okay. Very good. You don't have to hope to manifest something. You can just manifest it, by the way. If you understand the manifestation formula, you understand how to regulate your nervous system, you don't have to hope to manifest anything. Is it really as easy as it sounds to heal? I wouldn't say that healing is always easy. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. What it really is a little bit more simple than what you would imagine to begin with. If you have the proper support, the proper direction, the proper techniques, and you have a proper understanding of what your energy is doing right now and how it is out of balance, then it can be much simpler to heal yourself. The way that I break down healing for my clients and anyone who comes into my world is super simple, because I want to make sure that you're not overwhelmed. Because if you're overwhelmed, you're going to have analysis paralysis, and you're not going to take on any of the techniques, and you're not going to be consistent in doing them every single day, and you're just going to manifest the same lifestyle from before we even met. It's my job to make sure that you understand energy healing techniques and the power of your own energy, and reclaiming that energy and protecting that energy to the point where you're able to do it yourself over and over and over and over again for the rest of your life. The same thing goes for when you're being consistent in really anything else. So like, let's say, for example, if we want to compare your physical hygiene to your spiritual hygiene and your energetic hygiene, right? To clear up or clean up your physical hygiene, you floss, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you wash your clothes, you wash your hair, right? You groom yourself, and you do that daily. What are you doing daily to clean up your energy? What are you doing daily to clean up your energy? Your energy needs to be cleaned up every single day. Every single person that you come into contact with, every single room that you step into, every single situation that riled you up or made you feel some sort of emotion is, I don't want to say contaminating because that's like a negative connotation, but it influences and impacts your energy. So if you're raw dogging life energetically, and you're intermingling with all these people, and someone cuts you off on the highway and you're upset about it, and then you're going with your family reunion and there's people there that you don't like, and then you're having a good day, and then you're going into work and the clients aren't really, flowing like they used to, and you're feeling like you're having a lack of abundance and all these things, and then you're going to sleep and you're doing it all over again. That's how you continue manifesting more of the same, more of the same, more of the same, more of the same. And that's also how you will then create more blockages within your energy centers. And when you have blockages within your energy centers that are there for a substantial amount of time, that's how you develop sickness, illness, and disease. So you want to make sure that you're cleaning up your energy and that you're energy healing yourself. And is it easy? Some days it is, some days it's not, but it gets so much easier when you're already being consistent with it. Just like it gets easier when you're consistent going to the gym all the time. Maybe lifting that, 25-pound weight isn't doable that first day that you hit the gym, but that's okay. Maybe after a month, you're able to do so. So when you're energy healing yourself and you're just starting out, we'll start off with the surface level stuff, the easier things to kind of free up your energy so that you don't feel as weighed down. And then after a certain amount of time, we can get into the deeper things without you feeling uncomfortable. Because I also don't believe in healing having to be healing shouldn't be traumatic. Healing should heal the trauma that is within you. But if you are feeling that you have to revisit certain aspects of your trauma in order to heal it, sometimes that doesn't work, right? I mean, sometimes people come to me and they've been in therapy for years, and all they say is, you know what? I've learned so much more having a 30-minute conversation with you than I've had in my past 20 years of therapy, because every single time I'm in my therapist's office, we just go back to revisit the trauma and we surface it up all over again. And then I'm left feeling as wounded as the day that the trauma happened. And I'm like, I know, and I understand. And that's why we're not going to revisit that trauma. And we're only going to help you get back into alignment with who you are, and then tap back into the elements of earth, fire, air, water, and spirit, and make sure that you are in balance. So let me go ahead and read any other questions that we have for you guys. How can we pinpoint the parts of us that need to be healed? Noah, this is exactly why I created my free Chakra Codes Masterclass. You can go to the link in my bio, scroll down and hit free Chakra Codes Masterclass, and I will show you every single one of your energy centers and how it impacts your manifestations, how to know if it is overactive, underactive, or even blocked. And that will give you a general sense of what's going on within your own energy. If you want to double check your work so that you're not out here guessing, I am able to give you a session as well. We can either do a full one-on-one 60-minute session, or we can do a mini Reiki session, and I will be able to tap into your energy with my intuition and my Reiki and see which one of your energy centers is out of balance. And from there, I will prompt you to then maintain the healing work that we've done together so that you don't just go back to the same old, same old. What do you do to clean your spiritual energy? Energy cleansing. Knox, I did answer that question already about you not feeling real. I would go to my TikTok and watch my second story time. If you go into the highlights reel or you go into the collections, you can tap story time and watch the second one. I go over the exact steps that helped me get out of that state of my life where I was not feeling very real or grounded into the present moment and into reality. Yes, so Casey's asking, is that why I'm burnt out? I'm super sensitive too. Yes, when you're raw dogging life, as I like to say it, just to be a little facetious, but when you're going in and out of different environments with different people and having different experiences and having expectations, and then those expectations are, not reality, and you're going through life without cleaning up your energy, it's going to lead you to overactive stress. It's going to lead you to chronic anxiety. It's going to lead you to burnout. It's going to lead you to overwhelm. It's going to lead you to having an unregulated nervous system. It's going to lead you into having blockages in your energy centers. It's going to lead you to having sickness, illness, and disease. Every single thing that you see in your external reality, or every single thing that your body is doing that's having some sort of negative reaction, like you're getting cysts, or you're having like bruises, or you're having mysterious aches and pains, or you're developing arthritis, or whatever it is, all came from energy that was not healed. Okay? It all came from energy that was not healed. And so in order for you to avoid those dangerous health concerns, in order for you to live a fulfilled life full of peace, harmony, and balance, because it is truly possible, you have to cleanse your energy, you have to heal your energy, but before all that, you have to even know what your energy is, what it's doing, how it works. And then from there, you can implement certain techniques to help you out. And those techniques, this whole entire process, is exactly what I help you out with. Whether it is that you are getting a mini Reiki session from me, all the way up to my one-on-one 3-month mentorship program. So make sure that if you're resonating, and let me know too, for those of you guys who have been here for a while and you're resonating with what I'm saying, go ahead and leave me a little like hand emoji. Like, the hand emojis that like come up, like the ones that look like this, like that. Leave me hand emojis if everything that I've been saying has been resonating with you. And I welcome you to come into my world, to allow yourself to understand a little bit more about what your energy is actually doing. Because when people come into my world, they do see massive progress within their own emotional state, energetic state, physical state, spiritual state, mental state, but also in the state of their manifestations as well, baby. Beautiful. You guys picking up what I'm putting down or no? Let me know. We got 57 of you guys on here and not enough of you coming into the chat. So either you guys are a lot of shy Shellies and you're nervous to come talk, or you're not taking advantage of the community that we have here right now. Okay, beautiful. Vladislava, you just booked a mini session. Let's go ahead and get it done. So for those of you guys who've been here for a while, thank you. You're now going to see what it looks like for me to tap into, hey baby, you're now going to see what it looks like for me to tap into someone's energy and do an energy healing session on them. And if this is something that resonates with you and you want to get your own as well, you can by going to the top of my page and clicking mini Reiki session. And then we can go ahead and get started together. So there is this little thing up at the top here. So baby, I need you to not right now. Not right now, baby. I'm going to go ahead and lift this up at the top, and I'm going to make it smaller because I don't want this to hinder the healing by any means. So I'm going to lower this all the way down. I know, baby, I know. I wonder if that's going to, I think I can move it off the screen, but that should be fine. So, okay, let me go ahead and see what the intention or manifestation is. And then we'll get started. Okay, so Vladislava, you want us to open channels for communication, so third eye and the astral projection. Okay, we definitely can. I want you to know though, this is something that I always say, whenever someone is trying to enhance their intuition or enhance their connection to the spiritual world, it's as above, so below. So you want to make sure that you're grounding your energy. You want to make sure that you have a strong connection to Mother Earth, because when you do have a strong connection to Mother Earth, it's so much easier for you to access those higher levels of reality or higher planes of existence. Okay, so it's very important that yes, we will do this, but we are going to start off with your connection to Mother Earth. And in order for you to maintain the work that we're doing today, you have to be going outside and grounding a lot. Think of it as a tree. Whenever you have a little seed and it's planted, it starts right here, right? Starts on the earth, and then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and only until the roots have gone down far enough is it then able to sprout up. The same exact thing happens with our energy. So you want to make sure that if you're trying to astral project, if you want more intuition, if you want whatever it is, that you are doing so correctly, because what can happen is that when people are tapped into those higher levels of consciousness far too much without having a connection to Mother Earth, that's when they can get scared a lot easier. That's when they can begin to dissociate or have derealization, depersonalization. That's if we're taking it chronically, and I'm just going to be very real with you, that's how some people also develop different mental health disorders like schizophrenia and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that you are grounded, and also that you understand that intuition does not originate in the third eye. Intuition resonates and originates in the heart space. You said, yes, it always happens after I spend a lot of time in nature. Okay, beautiful. Very good. You're like, remove spiritual blockages, I guess. Yes. And I say that not only just for you, but for everyone else who is listening in here as well, because it's very important that everyone has that bit of information, because a lot of times spirituality can seem like, oh, woo woo and fancy and mystical and amazing. And people are trying to do so many things that they're not energetically ready to do. So with that being said, we're going to make sure that we are sitting up nice and tall and straight. And this energy healing session is only going to Vladislava. So for anyone else who is here and watching, you're just being an observer of this experience, but this healing energy is just going to Vladislava only. So we want to make sure, again, that you're sitting up nice and tall and straight. Your shoulders are rolled back. You're unclenching your jaw by separating your teeth, breathing in and out. Consent to receive this healing session out loud in your head or even in the chat. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I actually see a bit of overactivity in the solar plexus and a slight overactivity in the sacral as well, which is very interesting. The connection to earth energy is there, but it's a little bit more on the underactive side. The heart space is actually feeling pretty good, which is great. Throat is feeling fine too. The third eye is overactive. And the crown is a little bit more on the blocked side as well. So we have a couple different things going on in your energy. It has been a while since we've done an energy healing session. So I can understand why things have maybe kind of shifted a little bit, but make sure that you're just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as we get into healing these energy centers for you. Your feet are planted on the ground, feeling that support. I want you to feel that connection that you have from the bottoms of your feet, going all the way down to the earth beneath you, to that foundation. Activating your connection to Mother Earth. Very good. Taking all of that overactivity in the solar plexus, in the sacral, and pushing that down all the way through the bottoms of your feet. Letting go of any agitation, letting go of any impatience, letting go of any insecurity. Very good. I want you to take your hands, rub them together, blow into them 3 times. Place your left hand on your belly and your right hand underneath your navel. Infusing peace, harmony, and balance into these areas. And again, any overactivity that you sense, we just breathe that out and push that through the bottoms of your feet. Very good. You may start to feel a little lightheaded. That is perfectly normal and fine. Very good. You can take your hands, place them back on your lap. Beautiful. Take your hands, again, rub them together. Blow into them 3 times. And then keep your hands in a prayer position. And what I want you to do is take your prayer hands and place them right here on your third eye. And so you can make a little space open here for your nose as it sits here, and just infuse a lot of harmony, a lot of peace, and a lot of balance into this area, because at this time it is overactive. So we want to make sure that we're just balancing this area as much as we can. Tapping into the present moment as much as we can. Breathing into the third eye and out from the third eye. Good. Take 3 more deep breaths here. When you're done with your breaths, you can go ahead and place your hands back on your lap. Very good. Go ahead and take in 2 more deep breaths. Wonderful. Going ahead and closing you out. So for you, Vladislava, the energy of earth definitely called out to be more utilized by you. Make sure that when you are grounding, it's skin to earth contact. If you are already doing that and have been doing that consistently, make sure that you are just adding on more time. Or you can also use the rock method, where you have rocks, you cleanse them energetically, blow into them 3 times, and you can place them underneath your feet whenever it is that you're indoors, or maybe it's raining. That way you can still have access to grounding. With that being said, The element of fire also is calling out to you as well. So making sure that you're doing some smoke cleanses to kind of detox you from all of the energies that could be causing some of the imbalance and blockage in your crown. I will say that you connecting to your higher self is going to be a practice that you want to make sure that you're being active in, doing every single day, so that you can understand more of the language of your own intuition and understand the messages that are coming through to you, and not feel like you have to go up and search for them so much that they're just going to fall into your reality, and you trust yourself when those intuitive messages do come through. I would also suggest to you at this time, I may have suggested it to you before, but the Beyond Balance program is going to be one of your best assets and resources at this time, specifically because we do break down every single week a different part of the energy body. Week 1 is healing the physical body. Week 2 is healing the emotional body. Week 3 is healing the mental body. And week 4 is healing the spiritual body. And in week 4, we do talk about you connecting to your higher self, connecting to all of the essentially divine beings who are here for your highest good. And when you're able to connect to them consistently in that way, it's going to be much easier for you to feel that you are kind of living more so in that embodiment of your higher self and living in those spiritual realms, but not necessarily just living in those, allowing yourself to infuse that into your reality as well. So you don't necessarily have to seek out certain experiences. They will just become naturally embodied by you. So those are the recommendations that I have for you at this time to help you with the manifestation that you have. And also remember to get into a receiving mode just as much as you are in a giving mode. And so right now we do have the super full moon that is activating us. Within at least the next 3 days or so, you're able to use this energy. And the energy of the moon is super feminine and super, super receiving. So you want to make sure that if you are wanting to enhance your connection to your intuition and your spirit guides, you are using the energy of the moon to do so as well. And it's going to make that process so much easier for you. Okay, so that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I already closed you out, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it one more time just in case. Now, let me see if I can go ahead and bump up my little sticker here. I kind of lost it on the far right. I don't know if I can even get it back. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to get it back up here. I will try, but it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, but that's okay. For those of you guys, oh, you said how to use the moon energy. Okay, so how to use the moon energy. First, you can do it multiple different ways. One, you can give an offering to the moon. And so the moon loves anything that's water-like or fragrancy, because that kind of like oil or perfume is also water-like energy. Flowers are also a great kind of offering to give the moon. And so you can get like a little shot glass or a little cup of Florida water or Kananga water, some essential oils that you want to kind of mix in together. You can also have a couple bay leaves on hand and write down that you want to manifest more of a connection to your intuition, more of a connection to your divine feminine aspect as well. This is a full moon, so make sure that you're manifesting something that allows you to like release, that you're creating space, okay? Because new moon is to attract something into your life 9 times out of 10, and a full moon is to release something, to create more space for new things to come into your life. So you want to make sure that you're letting go of, you can write down letting go of blockages prohibiting me from my intuition or prohibiting me from understanding my intuition. You can release anything that you feel is no longer serving you, or you can give it up to the moon and tell the moon to give you whatever it is that you need to bring you back into balance, to bring you back into harmony with your own intuition. You can just gaze at the moon, commune, and literally have a conversation with the moon. You can dance under the moonlight. You can do any sort of ritual or ceremony under the moonlight, or you can even create moon water. You creating moon water means that you are taking a water and putting it into some sort of glass container. Make sure it's not plastic or artificial, has a lid on it, and you can put it either on your windowsill or outside and pray upon that moon water that you are more intuitive, or that your channels for communicating are more open, whatever it is that you're looking to receive. And then once you have that set out under the full moon, under the new moon, if you are doing this in the future as well, you can then take that water, use it for your cooking, use it for your facials, use it for your bath water, use it to just drink, and that will also help you connect too. Very good question. Very, very welcome. All right, so you guys, I do have some time left for anyone else who's either wanting a mini Reiki session or who wants their questions answered. So we have been doing this whole entire live stream, a question and answer, ask me anything like session. So if you have any questions regarding specific manifestations, if you have questions regarding energy healing, if you have questions regarding any of my mentorship programs, now is the time to let me know. I leave the floor open for you. If I don't receive any questions, then we're just going to go ahead and end the live stream. But I want to make sure that some of you guys have the opportunity to connect with me and have a conversation with me, especially if you just hopped in on the live stream. If you do not know who I am, my name is Melody Unique. I also go by Mystique Awakening. I'm an energy healer and a spiritual mentor. So ask away. I am here for you for whatever it is that you may need. Hello, my love. My dog is like, are you out of your live stream already? How do you cleanse your energy every day? Sorry, I've asked a lot. Cleanse your energy every single day by using one or more of the 5 elements of earth, air, water, fire, and water. Earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. You can look these techniques up on your own, or you can invest in one of my programs and I show you how to do so. If you guys are wanting to learn how to use all of the elements in the way that I use them, I definitely highly suggest that you enter in one of my programs, just because it can get very nuanced. And again, the information that I have inside of my programs are very sacred to me, and I want to respect the energy, the time, the attention, and the care that I put into the techniques that I have in my programs, and make sure that they are protected behind the program and the investment itself. You can learn how to do it by yourself, but you just want to be very cautious about who it is that you're learning it from, because not everyone has the best intentions out here, and not everyone knows nuanced aspects and concepts about energy cleansing. I will say, if you're looking for a very easy one that you can do like right now, if you wanted to, is going outside and just touching grass. Literally having skin to earth contact for at least 20 minutes will allow you to discharge any sort of stress, anxiety, burnout, overwhelm, and recalibrate your energy back into peace, harmony, and balance. But you want to make sure that this is a technique that you're doing every single day, preferably 20 minutes at a time, 2 times a day if you can. Now, the programs that I have in order for you to learn how to take healing into your own hands are Beyond Balance. So I have a couple different versions. I have my Beyond Balance Mini, I have my Beyond Balance Full, and then I have my Beyond Balance coaching, group coaching program that is going to be starting September 15th. So if you guys want to apply for group coaching, make sure that you're asking me in the DMs, and I'll send you the link to apply so you can join in with us. Okay, very good. So for the rest of your manifestation questions, I do have a brand new YouTube video that's out that goes over my secret manifestation formula. I also have it here on TikTok, so make sure that you're watching that. For anyone else who is on this live stream, who is an entrepreneur or a business owner, and you're looking to boost your income, you're looking to expand your influence for more clients, and you're looking to grow a sense of fulfillment both personally and professionally, I highly suggest that you join me this Saturday for my Authenticity Unleashed Masterclass, where I show you all of the practical strategies and steps and energetic shifts to help you do just that. So I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.